how big is their ankle. So it's not like, oh mom, you do it and I'm going to go to like, so they have to be with you. So you have to put the inside of the elastic in an angle, in this angle. I don't know if everybody sees this angle. So it's pointing to the center of the seams. That is how we sew them. And then after we bring it, like we measure around their ankles, and then we sew them in that little, so it would be pointing to each other, the elastic like this. Yeah. Now make sure that is tight, that is not, sometimes what happens is some students are coming and the elastics are like this, and this is not supporting them. So make sure that when, can I get your ankle, your feet? When you are doing this, that they are standing up, and then that you go really like, is this feel supported, and then they can like flex and point their feet. So, and then enough is elastic, don't cut it too short. So have enough length when you're sewing them. So I leave like at least one thumb inside.
Like leftover.
Yeah, a leftover, just in case that is too tight. So don't make it too short the length of the elastic. So that is elastic. Is that clear? Elastic clear?
Show me the ankle again.
Yeah. So the angles are like, I will just do it this way. Pretend that this is already.
They do kind of V.
So they're facing each other like this.
Okay.
Like this.
Got it.
And then it's around, it's on the side of these seams. So if you can see, there is a seam here. So it's on each side of that seam that the elastic goes. Okay, and so try to do the stitches. When I do the elastic, when I did the elastic when I was dancing, I did the stitches as a square.
Okay.
So then this part of the elastic is not flipping up and it's not wrapping around. So I actually made it like all the way like a square little. The same thing for the ribbon. So this is elastic. May I have your ribbon, Ali? Thank you so much. Ali, are you taking notes or are you paying attention?
Yeah.
So you're cutting in half, and then you need to make sure that you are like it's tight on you, and then you're marking with a pen or pencil where you're going to sew them. So mark them and make sure that it's on this side of the seams.
Okay.
Yeah, of the inside seams. Yeah, like facing this way.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Elastic. So if you have the stretch elastic, there is two parts of the stretch elastic. Inside the, like the non-slippery, like it's a little like, and then the other part is like the slippery part. So for the stretchy, you're going to, let me see, get your, actually I will bring you on the chair. So sit down here, Charlotte. Okay. For the stretchy part, the stretchy I will start, so if this is the point, there are like seams on the side of the point. I always leave a couple, like 2 fingers, and then I start my stitches with the, how to say, the texture that is more smooth. That would be out. So you're going to start with a texture that is like more less slippery, facing in, facing in.
So that will touch their skin.
Yeah. So the tougher material will touch their skin, and then the pretty material outside of. So then we're going to go like when you're like measuring this. This is a funny one, because you need to measure how is angled this crisscross. So do you see how it goes from here and it angles? So you need to like go like in a diagonal and then do 2 loops. 1 and 2. So what I did, I do a safety pin when I did it by myself, or you can say hold it there and let me know if it's tight enough. So there are 2 loops, and then after the 2 loops, you're putting another safety pin here. So now flat your feet. So then once you're putting the safety pin, you stretch, you take them out, and then you sew them. And then it needs to stay like this. 1 straight and 2 in a cross. Does this make sense? So then you're sewing them, and then you cut, and the rest is for the next foot. So it's pretty much the dancer needs to be with you, because they need to say it feels snuggle or not. If it doesn't feel snuggle, once they start doing this little, because it's going to stay a loop like this. Once their feet is out, the loop will be like this. It's going to be a big loop if they have a uniband. And so once they start doing this, and then this, to put it over, it would be too big. So they need to tell you that it's tight on their ankle.
Should it be super tight, or?
It needs to be, because these are elastic, so it starts getting a little more and more. So it needs to feel not cutting circulation,
Yeah.
but it needs to feel like it's tight. So one more time, if it's elastic stretching, the rough part is going to be facing the inside of the point shoes, and the nice part is going to be feeling the outside of the point shoes, like this. So you will feel. I don't know if you guys want to touch.
Oh, yeah. Obvious. Yeah.
You will see that it's kind of very. Once you touch it, you will know which part is towards the skin. Yeah.
You have the ribbon.
Okay, we will do that.
And it's 2 fingers away from the seam, right?
Yes. So
Okay.
if it's someone that has a very small feet, like Adeline or Valeria or perhaps Charlotte, 2 fingers would be too much because their shoes is too small. But if you have a standard feet, mainly just more grown, I would say from the seam is 2 fingers. Now if it's a small shoes, I would probably do just 1 finger. But just make sure that is behind this edge, that is not on the edge and not in front of the edge. So it needs to be behind this seam. So once you start sewing them, it needs to be in an angle facing the box. So when you're sewing them, it needs to be facing, so it goes around the ankle in a nice, wait 1 second, I'm sorry, I'm not doing it wrong. It needs to be facing the edge, the end, sorry, because this is like this, and then it's going over the ankle. So the elastic needs to be in this angle.
It's going to flip to the other side.
Because once it goes up, it's going to go over the ankle in that way. If you're doing it straight, if you sew them straight, what happens is going to bubble up here in the corner. So once they are if you're sewing them straight, once they go over the skin, the corner is going to start bubbling here. That is why I do this angle. So it's towards the edge or the heel. You're sewing them.
And then you leave the same amount of elastic inside as well?
I leave quite a lot, just in case. And I still sew them as a square. Yeah. Is this clear? Mm-hmm. But it's 2 loops around the ankle. So again, I will come to my student, I will go like this, I will go over the ankle, I do 1 full loop, 1 second full loop, and then I will go here. And then make sure that this is not moving, that it feels. The person needs to flex. That's why I like to put what is it, pins? safety pins, because sometimes if you saw them and like you did all that work and then like it's too tight and they cannot move their ankle, or it's too loose, or some people sometimes they come like this, or like they do so super tight that they're like their feet is like brown and purple and not worried. Yeah. Any question? Because this is the same way as you're going to do point shoes. So once you know pre-point, it's going to be the same way. Yes.
So do you put the on
elastic-
both sides or just one side?
One side,
Okay.
you do one side you're doing, so you start by doing this way. So you leave like, let's say, two little, one and a half finger, 2 fingers. My fingers are too big, right there. You're sewing them. You go 1 and 2, and by the end of the second loop, you're going
Like to cross it?
to cross to the other side.
Okay.
Like also facing this way
Okay.
when you're sewing them.
Because when you cut it, then you stitch.
Okay.
But you need to measure on your feet.
Yeah. Okay.
That is different than like when you have the satin.
Mm-hmm.
Because the satin you cut in 4
Control.
pieces and then you do it.
Okay.
So this is like very much a person needs to be on with it.
Yes, you have no control once it's
Yeah.
cut.
Yeah. Okay. Now we'll do the satin. If you guys want to like watch like the satin, you're more than welcome, because maybe like in the future you want to like do satin also. So this is yours, sweetie. Thank you. So the satin is, it comes in a actually comes already in 2 and 2. Oh no, that is complete. So I cut in a half, and then I cut in a half again. So they have to be 4 even pieces. So 4 even, like this, and then it's 2 and 2. These are easier to do without them. Yeah, and then they can cut it at the end. So these are easier to do it without them. So once they, can I have your 3 points? Once you cut in 4 even parts, I will actually burn the edges immediately. So you get match or lighter, and you burn the edges of the ribbon so it doesn't start running. Yeah. And then it's the same, you do the same angle where like they're pointing towards the heel, and then you do the other side the same thing. So the other, you got the other, and then the same thing. These are easier. The only thing that is easy is easier in the way, but it's easier for, it's more difficult for them daily. But for sewing session, it's easier for parents to do it, because you can do it without them. But for them, every day, like the loop is super fast, especially for rehearsals and class. And then once you do like the 2, like then you're like doing, I can tell them how to tie them, because they need to tie them from the inside. So this is my point shoes. They need to tie the inside first, and then the outside ankle goes over. So it's a way to tie them. They do the knot inside of their ankles, and they tag inside. So it never goes the knot behind or on the outside ankle. It always goes, the knot goes in the inside of the ankle. And then they tag there. Because you can have tendonitis, or you can have some like bad things here going on. So yeah, this one is easier. Just remember that it needs to be also with a nice portion of ribbon staying there. I would not leave this little.
Why is that 4 pieces, not 2?
Because it's 1, 2, and then 3, 4.
Because you're tying
Because
it.
you go lazy. Like you go
Because
cross.
Think of like a shoelace.
Yeah, you go lazy. Yeah.
Whereas
So-
the others look more like elastic, so it has more.
But you're sewing 2 pieces?
Yes.
But the elastic we were gonna sew two sides.
2
So
on
you're-
each
you're
shoe.
sewing-
You're saying it's a backup.
Yeah.
You're not using 2.
Four.
It's-
You're not using 4
Okay.
at the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
time.
Okay.
That's why I was like, why are there 4? You're
No,
saying
it's 2 for each.
Two for each
Two
shoe.
for each shoe. And 2, like
Got
side
it.
and side.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Crossover, back,
Yeah.
crossover.
So it
for
would
the
be-
inside the knot.
Yeah. For this one would be like 4 because it's 2 for this
Yes.
and then 2 for the other.
Thank
And then
you.
the mechanism is crossover.
That I understand.
Yeah.
I'm like, why 4?
So is there a benefit of that type versus the elastic, or is it
So
just
these
preference?
ones are, I mean, when I was like a student or a dancer, I'm not that young, and we didn't have the stretch one. But I will say something like, with the amount of dancing that they do, and the quick changes, I see the benefit to have the stretching. Also because of tendonitis, it's a little more like health prevention, because the stretchy ribbons are like giving them more
Support.
more flexibility.
Oh. Okay.
And these ones, once they tie, it can get a little like more difficult to move the ankle. It's harder on the. It's not bad though, because I mean,
Okay.
she's wearing like 30 minutes. I'm talking
Yeah.
about like in a way where they're like PP2 is like 2 hours per day on point.
So then we'll switch to elastic.
Yeah,
Since
to
we
the
already got the
stretching.
ribbon.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
Okay.
but right now, Ms. Fabiana, there is a preference for you in class?
No,
right?
I think it's Alicia like the stretchy because she said it's like time saver. And they take a long time. When they are new, they take so long to get.
To get to the proper little
The
finger
proper.
mark,
And if you don't tuck
not
it in, it
folding,
looks terrible.
And-
All
and not
sticking out.
folding, you know.
And because we have just 30 minutes of pre-point, we don't have like the 1 hour pre-point, then I want them to like, okay, let's do this, you know. But it's okay, it's fine, and it's okay, and I will teach you, yeah, and you're going to get faster. But it's a preference just because of time, it's just easier to. But there's no more than like, when they dance more than, 10 hours per week on point, then I would say it's better for the stretchy ribbons. Now it's 30 minutes, pre-point. They're not even like on their toes, so the Achilles are not going to be bothered much, you know. You have any questions about? I mean, dancers that your parents are not here. Everybody's.
It's not mine.
Your dad is here. Your brother.
Do you have a brother?
You look so much like your mom. It's amazing. Like, I know this person. I'm like, okay, well, you got it, right? Miss Laura will have the video?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Anybody else that everybody has?
And I do have a question. Do you have a
Yeah.
preference on the type of the stitch? If it's like that big or tiny, it doesn't matter. Or like
Is your
like
Just like I would not do it by machine. I just would not do it by machine because those are like,
What about if the stitch comes out on the outside of the show, or does it have to be a hidden? Like
the stitch?
yeah.
No, you can, I mean, sometimes
Like
I see it. Yeah, I
That's
see
okay.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, I see it. Just the color of the you know,
Yeah.
same color.
yes.
use a lot of colors in
And then like most of you got the thread, like that special thread. If after that, those are very expensive in my opinion. After that, you can go to like Joann's Fabric and buy yarn, and it's the same thing. And then they have beautiful colors for the yarn too. Joann's Fabric?
Michael's.
Michael's.
Oh, I didn't know Joann's clothes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But Hobby Lobby, Michael's.
So, but is there a special thread people normally use for
I
that?
use dental floss all my life.
Oh,
I've always used dental floss, and I actually colored the dental floss, yeah, because it was white, so I would put makeup over once I finish sewing it. Yeah, and I know most of the company does dental floss.
Is it stronger? Is that
It's
why?
stronger.
Yeah. Yeah.
oh, yeah. I
They
guess
would never
probably.
like. I never had point shoes get undone. I never.
I think I have tons of dental floss.
I mean, I know that people like use sewing machine. Friends of mine, like they had experience where like the thing went off on the stage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So how you're sewing them and like what material you are like using is important too.
Yeah, the quality of
Yeah.
the